So, lesson 1.2. Finish up on that lane and I'll put that. So, when we go to analyze results in data sets, we know right now there's two main kind of overarching ways we can look at it. One of the measures of center, and the other one is the measures of spread. Each one of those methods gives you certain information. And then within the measures of spread, we have range and that, and then within the measures that we got median and mean.
Miss Brenda wants to take them. She said that she wants the SEL teachers to collect them and give them to her all at one time.
All at once.
What are they?
So when we have a large number of data sets or values, it makes the most sense to represent those in a graph, because then you can see visually what that data means. Here I have a line graph, and you can kind of see the two data sets. We have Mia in the light blue, and June in the dark blue. So these two data sets show you things when you put them in a graph, much more so than it does on a table.
Especially the names right there.
So what do you notice between Mia and Jun? Logan?
Mia has a more consistent rate.
And not only more consistent, she actually has a very positive trajectory, doesn't she? She started here, went high, dropped a little, stayed consistent, and so her trajectory is much more positive. Jessica?
John goes like all over the place. Sometimes he gets a good score and then it goes down and then he can like go way up.
So he's much more erratic with his scores, less consistent. So knowing that, now that you see both these graphs, what do we know about his MAD or per MAD? Grace?
John's MAD is like higher than like the rest.
Yep. So we know that because the range is higher, he's going to have a higher MAD as well. So his consistency is all over the board, so that's going to affect his range as well as his MAD. What can I write about these distributions, okay, these data sets, knowing, and I just kind of talked about a couple. So talk to your partner is, what could I say about that line graph? Thinking in terms of these. Okay, go talk to your partner.
John's mean is most likely lower because he's got really low scores and really high scores. Yeah, it's like in between. In the range
Okay, I got a couple. Highest score is 100. You can definitely get that off the line graph. That would talk about, that kind of falls under your measures of spread. So the lowest is 60. We just mentioned, Grace mentioned that John has a higher MAD score. He will. We don't know what that is. But we know just by how his data is distributed on the graph. Mia has a smaller range. We know that again because her range goes from there to here. Okay. Someone else give me a couple more.
Wait, which one's Mia? Mia is...
The light blue.
Okay, so she goes up in the end.
Uh-huh. Someone else tell me another way, something else I can say about these distributions that are written up here. Jessica?
John's range is 40.
So John has a range of 40.
Mia's range is 25.
No, I think it's 15.
No, it's 25.
Goes
What's the
75, 100.
But the lowest is 75.
Oh, yeah.
So just by looking at this, we can talk about some of the things that we notice. And then, who's doing better on tests?
Mia.
John did
Mia.
Well, what do you assume? Like, if someone has a really high range, like, what do you
Hold on, guys.
like,
Shh. Ember's bringing up the question that I want answered here. Go for it.
well, do you say, like, what, are they smart or not smart if they're getting F's and A pluses? Like, what do you say, like, academically?
Yeah.
I'm saying the rate. The rate is higher.
So I would say, so who's doing better on tests? I would definitely say Mia's doing better on tests. But that doesn't mean she has a better average. She's just a more consistent performer, whereas who knows, well, this could be an outlier, right? That one test, maybe it was his birthday the day before and he stayed up late and he couldn't go to sleep, and so his birthday wrecked him, and the next day he couldn't think. Okay? So,
I say that with Mia, it's like the same, she feels the same every test, but with June, there's like different variables involved, like maybe to get the 100% he cheated or something.
oh.
How do we know Mia did?
Sarah's going there because
Who cheated?
She cheated.
she cheats.
Sarah,
just like the Patriots.
You're
I need, you know what I need to do? I need to take this next time you take a test and just put it on you.
No, okay.
We're gonna expose their secrets. So if you look at some of these terms, the vocab, some of these it's hard to get information off the graph, but others are really easy. Is it easy to figure out what the average is, like the mean?
Yeah.
It kind of can be, right? You can kind of be like, in the middle of when they go up and they go down, and you just kind of stay in the middle, and you can kind of figure it out with a small graph like that. Median could be harder, but your range, your mean absolute deviation, those are fairly easy to get, not necessarily exact scores, but understand when comparing others, who has a greater range, who has a smaller range, who has a greater MAD, who has a smaller MAD. Today,
We're not going to do any work.
no, we never do working here. So we have 1.2, A all, B all. We'll continue to the next page tomorrow to answer C and D. But I want to do some more teaching on that. This is the page, I think it's page 10.
Yeah.
11.
No, page 10 and 11.
Page 10 and 11. Oh my God.